Hello my Wolfpack and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide video. So today we are covering Torkoal. Torkoal is a very cool Pokemon, obviously being a drought user, it is very good in the metagame typically. Now, this is an update video from the Isle of Armor update. Obviously there is a previous video, if you wish to go and check that out then please do go and have a look at the card in the corner. Obviously I'd recommend you do this at the end of the video. Whilst I'm also plugging, if you could like and subscribe, that would be really appreciated. Okay, moving back to Torkoal, so the first set we have is a kind of defensive set, allowing for you to set up your Stealth Rocks. Stealth Rocks is obviously really good against Ice types, Fire types, Bug types and Flying types. Allows for you to rack up some damage on them, and also if your opponent likes to switch a lot, it really limits that because they're going to take damage essentially every single turn. To counteract to counteract hazards being set up on you, we have Rapid Spin. Now, Rapid Spin allows for you to get rid of any hazards on your side of the field. Also, it'll raise up your speed by 1 stage, but for Torkoal, that typically doesn't really matter. I've gone for the new move here, Scorching Sands, which allows for you to get a 30% chance to burn the opposing Pokemon, and is also a ground-type move, so it can actually be super effective against one of your weaknesses of Rock. Also super effective against things like Steel types, and can potentially burn them. So for example, if you've got an Excadrill, Torkoal can really put some damage on that. Then we've got Flamethrower, obviously your strong stab fire type attack. It does have a 10% chance to burn, so you've obviously got the burn opportunity there as well. Now, for your item, you've got Leftovers, allowing for you to heal yourself up every turn because you are going to take some hits. And ability-wise, you've got a couple of different abilities here. So you've got White Smoke, meaning your stats aren't going to be lowered. Now, that can obviously happen sometimes naturally, but it can be worked with. You can also have Shell Armor on here, although critical hits aren't that common. And Drought, again, always going to be an option with Torkoal, especially if you're running a Sun team. That can be a really good option, and then you can have like the Heat Rock instead of the Leftovers if you wanted to. EVs, I've gone for max HP, max defense with a bold nature, so more defense and less attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. Not more to say about that, so we'll move on to the second one. We have got a Shell Smash set, so obviously Shell Smash will allow for you to double your speed, attack, and your special attack, and it lowers your defenses, but with the White Herb, that counteracts the defenses lowering, allowing for you to essentially get +2 in 3 of your stats with just using your item up. Gone for Drought as the ability here because this probably is the best ability. You could always go for White Smoke again if you wanted to make sure you're not having your stats lowered, but that's up to you. And then move-wise, we've got Flamethrower, which is a powerful fire-type attack. It hits a variety of different Pokemon for a good amount of damage. It's boosted by Stab and can work very nicely. You've got Ancient Power, which is a Rock-type attack. It's quite powerful against a lot of different Pokemon. Could also get the +1 in all of your stats boost, which, you know, that shenanigan could work, but it's very unlikely to happen in a match. And finally, we have Clear Smog. Now, Clear Smog gets rid of any stat changes on the opposing Pokemon. So let's say that you've had a Pokemon setting up Calm Mind, you can use Clear Smog, it gets rid of that. Or you've got a Pokemon trying to Swords Dance on you, Clear Smog gets rid of it. It's going to make it very difficult for that opponent to justify trying to set up again, especially if it's a Pokemon that needs to set up a couple of times in order to be able to sweep you. EV-wise, I've gone for max special attack and max speed with a modest nature, so more special attack, less attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. Obviously, you could go for max HP, max special attack if you wanted to, but I thought by going for that max speed, having the opportunity to go from 139 to 280-ish on speed, it does allow you to outspeed a lot more. You could always go for the plus speed nature, so you could always go for the timid nature, meaning that you would go for over 300 speed. So that's an option for you to consider running, especially if you've got like a Tailwind user in the back that could help you out with that as well. But that's up to you how you decide to go for it. Obviously, you can change the moves on here as well if you see fit. Now, this next set is kind of a combination of a normal set and a Dynamax set. You could use it to Dynamax, you could not use it to Dynamax, it's up to you. I've gone for Choice Specs. This allows for you to increase up your special attack by 1.5 times, meaning you should be able to do more damage to the opposing Pokemon. Now, if you was to Dynamax for this set, you wouldn't need the Choice Specs when they are activated. Sorry, the Choice Specs are not activated when you are Dynamaxed. So essentially, you're free to use what you want when you're Dynamaxed. So on here you can go for the Fire Blast, set up the Sun, although if you're trying to set up the Sun, realistically you want to go for Drought. You've got Earth Power to allow you to raise up your defense stat, your special defense stat using Max Quake, and you've got Sludge Bomb, which will increase up your special attack stat using Max Ooze. Now, if you used to use that 3 times, you would have an incredibly high special attack stat. At 2.5 times, that will take you to about 750 on your special attack, and then your choice specs will increase that up to over 1,000, I believe. So, very, very powerful. Now, also put Ancient Power on here just because that's another good special attack which can hit a variety of Pokemon. I've put the ability as Shell Armor so you don't get hit by a crit, but you could always go for any of the abilities here. Even White Smoke, because you could potentially have something like Clear Smog to try and get rid of your stat raisers. EV's gone for max HP and max special attack with a modest nature, so more special attack, less attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. And moving on to the final set, which this one is a Dynamax set, we have got a Choice Band set. Now, you don't have to go for Choice Band. You can go for Life Orb, Leftovers, any assortment of Berry, Weakness Policy, Red Card, lots of different things that you have the option to run. Even Air Balloon could be run on this, theoretically. I put White Smoke because things like Intimidate users will lower down your attack stat, so White Smoke can be very effective in this scenario. Now, when you Dynamax, you have the option to use Superpower, increasing up your attack stat through Max Knuckle, which will allow for the rest of your moves to do more damage. Earthquake, which is a powerful ground type attack, hits a variety of different Pokemon, and boosts your special defense when you're Dynamax through Max Quake. Gyro Ball does the same with your defense and Max Steel Spike, and also the Gyro Ball will be very powerful because you're a very, very slow Pokemon. And then you've got Heat Crash, powerful fire type attack, hits a variety of different Pokemon, and is boosted by Stab. Now, EVs have gone for max HP and max attack with a Brave Nature, so more attack, less speed, and 4 EVs in special defense. That allows for the Gyro Ball to do as much damage as possible. Now, if you was to run a Trick Room scenario with this, maybe as doubles, it wouldn't really work in singles, but if you did a Trick Room in doubles, that could definitely work very well for you. Anyways, that is all for Torkoal, so I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here. So have a good one, and I'll see you soon.